Hey, Diego. Hey, Pam. I just ate dinner and I'm like, did I wipe from around my mouth? How y'all doing? I wish I could make I don't have my tablet because my grandsons have taken over my devices. I wish I could um, make the chat bigger, but I think I might be able to read that. I hope so. Hey, Chad. Welcome. I'm gonna start in like 3 minutes. I was still making notes, and then my ADD kicked in. Okay. No, I still can't see. Hey, small. Wait a minute. Hey, small fry. How are you? I have a terrible case of ADD, so I have to keep notes. Thanks everybody for coming. Please hit that like button. Thank you. I think that's it. Hey Maria. Hey D. Hey D. How you doing? TJ, welcome. I'm sorry I have to do like this. I don't know. I guess I could. So my laptop, stand by. I got a minute to go. Let me see if I can pull a little closer because I still can't see this chat. That's a little bit better. Hey guys, please remember to hit that like button. That's a little bit better. Let's see how close I am. That's not too bad. I want to send a suggestion on YouTube for us people who are visually impaired, slightly visually impaired. If they could just make that chat just a little bit bigger, that would be great. Hey, GRB Aquatics, thanks for coming. Let's see. Please remember to add me because I don't want to miss your questions. So it's 7 o'clock, 7:01 actually. So let's get started. So first of all, if anybody can, Pam or any of my mods, please post Candy's fundraiser GoFundMe in the chat. I would appreciate it. That's the first thing I have here to do. Of course, we are still continuing to support Candy and her family in our efforts. No amount is too small. You can send something anonymously, so you don't have to worry about feeling like somebody might be judging you because you're only giving $5. Because hello Recipe Lounge, welcome. Thanks for coming. So anyway, I'm gonna have to sit forward like this. I'm feeling real awkward today. So today has been a really bad day. It has been I didn't lose anybody, but so my place of employment is going through some budget cuts, and I knew of one colleague that I had worked with before. We weren't really close, but we kind of started there around the same time, so we did have that connection. Hey, okay, this is gonna drive me crazy. I wish I had my tablet, but anyway, I'm gonna work through this. But today I found out, like early this morning, that one of my best friends at work her job was eliminated. I still haven't gotten over it. I cried, so thank you. I cried, I vented, I wanted to scream. I know my husband's like, oh my God. But the thing that gets me is she was very hardworking, very astute, very smart, very forward thinking. The students loved her. Hey, thank you for coming, Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. And I mean, showed great leadership skills, was a great counselor. I mean, just this person was the type of person that you want on your team. And the fact that they let her go and kept some others just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just floored. And I'm getting over it, and I'm working through it. But guys, she and I were good friends. I remember when I first came to the university, just how sweet, and her showing me the ropes and giving me tips and everything. And so, I have to say, I'm not mad about it, even though my name is Madfish. Where is Daggone Melvin? Because he'd be like, why are you so mad? Today, I have a reason to be mad. But when you know that there are others there who are, for lack of a better term, slackers, but this is the person you decide to part with, I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. I mean, how do you make that decision? So that has been my day. That has pretty much been the theme to my day. It started this morning. Then I was in on a conference, WebEx with her later. And of course it came up there. And so that just kept the momentum going. And I'm just now back to, well, not zero, but I'm just now getting back to where I should be. Please close that door.
Okay.
And so I'm just so like, and she's very smart. She's very good. And I'm sure she'll land somewhere really great. But when you have really good talent and I need a vacation. Hey, Chewy. Yeah, where am I gonna go, Chewy? I'm in the risk categories, and interesting you say that. Where I live right now is in a spike. Hello. So I don't even want to go out the house. I have my son go pick up something for me today because I'm like, I'm not going out. Anyway, no matter how you feel about everything going on, why chance it? But anyway, so that that is probably gonna bother me all weekend. I saw my name again. I hope that would be all right with you. What did you say, Ultimate Fish Keeper? Good evening, madam. I hope you are well. My email address. I would like to discuss something with you if you are all right with you. Don't put your email in the chat because the troll may get it, but you may not care. But you can surely email me at all my social media is Madfish Diva. My Gmail is Madfish Diva. My Instagram is Madfish Diva. Do I have a Twitter? So just please feel free to. Hey Jesse, please feel free to email me. Let's talk. Let's see what you got on your mind. So anyway, enough of that. And then I don't mean to start this with on a downside, but you know, it'll end hopefully in a good place. But I would be remiss not to mention the loss of our wonderful fish community members, Nathan of Sand Creek Aquatics. If you're not sub to him, there's a drive to get him to 1,000 because that's something he always wanted. And so please go over. It's Sand Creek Aquatics and give them a sub. Hey, Monica. I was heartbroken when I heard the news. It's been about 2 weeks now. Very nice. Hey, what's up, Robbie Rob? And so my prayers to his family. That's a terrible loss. He had a very sweet spirit. I didn't know him that well, and I oftentimes wasn't able to get into his. Hello, is that Trinity Phoenix? Thank you for coming. But the times I was able to stop in, I did see. I just got he just seemed like thank you, Rob, a really nice guy. So my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Shrimp jar. Well, no, let's talk about the Borneo suckers. So the Borneo suckers that I got 3 or more months ago that stayed in quarantine forever, had some visitors. The visitors were cycled out. Got some more visitors, then they were cycled out. But I was doing it in phases. They are now in the 55 with the hill streams, white clouds, peppercorns, pandagara, and a random guppy. So we tired now, so I'm gonna let you in on some management secrets. She was either expensive, threatening to upper management due to her intelligence, or they wanted to use her to send. Oh, okay. All right, Smart. Thank you so much for that insight. It could have been either one of those things, that's for sure, except for, well, she might have been expensive. She had to make money. Yep. Yep. It could be all of those. Very well could be. So anyway, so move the Borneos. They are doing great. As you all know, that tank is near a window purposely. It gets tons of algae on it. They love the flu ball bug bites. I hate sitting up like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I got to be able to see the chat. They love the flu ball bug bite, so I get to feed that tank everything it's got. So they've got a nice balance of algae, um, protein from the flu ball bug bites, which are soldier fly larvae and other things. And I also give them algae wafers. So that tank is just booming with lots of activity. The hill, I mean, everybody seems to get along really well. So I would say that's a really good combination. I don't see any aggression. I haven't noticed any fin nipping. They're all fairly peaceful fish. I will say that the Pandagara will get much larger, so they'll be the biggest thing in that tank. And they're voracious eaters. They're pigs. They like to eat. So I'm making sure that I feed that tank and kind of keep an eye out. The algae wafers, the hill streams will eat those. So will the Borneos. And I will say that I am so happy to announce that my Corys, which Jesse will know that he and I talked about this because I have like this thing about scuds, and people have been asking me for scuds, and I'm like, I'm trying to get rid of scuds, and I'll ship some if I end up with some more, because my scud problem in that tank is down to about 0. And I'd like to believe it is the Corys. And so, because I know that they are, they're carnivore, omnivores, or whatever. So I'd like to believe that the scuds be damned. Anyway, so that just makes me so happy when I was doing the water change. So before I transfer fish, well, there's a couple of things I like to do. I like to transfer my fish when I have recently done a water change. To me, that, and of course, I do drip acclimation because the tank water is different. So I did acclimate these fish to the water because they were here and now they're at the other place. And so I did acclimate them. I mean, what I thought was going to, and I rescaped the tank. So look for that video. I think it looks okay. I tried to make it look like more like a river tank, which it didn't look like before. It was a peninsula and some plants, even though the scuds had like nipped at my plant. So I might grab some. I've got these Huba nubias that are this big that I ordered. And the scuds will eat your plants. Once they eat the algae or whatever, they eat the plants. And it's not the same algae. It's like whatever they do. It's like string algae. I think they eat whatever. So if you got that problem, they're good for that. But anyway, I digress. But anyway, so I rescaped it and I tried to make it look like a river tank. I added more rocks because the tank that they were in had lots of rocks with lots of algae on it. Because I keep those, if I have those algae eater tanks, it's good to have them by windows to get that natural algae. Hope I'm getting no more questions. I'm not seeing. Please at me so I don't miss it. Please remember, hit that like button. Thank you. And so, hey, Chevy Fish, welcome. And so I tried to kind of make it look like a river tank kind of. So it has like rock piles on both sides, which I think is really good because I know the Borneos like to hide, and so do the hill streams. And then it's kind of like a little clearing, like, so that would be like the stream part. So we'll be looking at it will be like a slice of a river or a stream. So it's got rocks on the side, and then in the middle it's kind of bare, which is also good because when I'm cleaning the tank, oftentimes that's where a lot of the detritus and stuff will collect. A lot of people say, well, what about talk about dead zones and things like that. What I do with my tanks is every now and then, like every maybe Maybe every 3 to 6 months, I'll just take all the rocks out and then I was gonna say shop back and back, to make sure. But then again, it's not disturbed, whatever. So newscape on the 55. So be looking for that video. New shrimp tank. So as everybody knows, if you have a quarantine tank in your house, at some point it's going to become a tank. But I'm going to get a 5.5 as a quarantine tank. And I don't want to say never, but never say never. But I don't see myself getting any more fish right now. I've got lots of fish, lots of tanks. I still got to set up the 60-gallon. So the new tank, I've got flue ball stratum to go on that tank. I've got some beautiful spider wood, which Jesse, I used to hate spider wood. It's kind of grown on me. I've got some Lucas Brett's. Oh my God, what kind of moss is that? I want to say Brazil moss, but I don't think it's Brazil moss. Taiwan moss, I think it is. That I got off his website. I got 4 portions from him. I might get some more. It's beautiful green, dark green moss. It's absolutely stunning. And I love mosses too. I haven't had a whole lot of luck with them, but I think it was because of the scud. So I found out on Dan's fish that scuds like moss. So yeah. But anyway, so I've got the substrate. I've got more rocks from my rock pile. You guys, if you watch my last rock yard visit, I bought 84 pounds of rocks. I still can't believe I bought 84 pounds. Anyway, I did. I think I still got the receipt. 84 pounds of rocks. Now, that cost me like $30 for 84 pounds. So that's a good deal, I think. Wait a minute, I keep seeing my name. I just sent you an email. Thank you, Ultimate Fish Keeping. Memphis Diva, look forward to seeing your news. Thank you. Are you currently selling? If so, where? No, I'm not selling anything. Wood has grown on you. What's next? Carpets. Jesse, I have carpet in my shrimp tank, remember? Jesse knows me so well. You passed the Sesame Street question. Where? Who said something about Sesame Street? Okay, repost that. Oh, let me go. Do I have to go up and look? I just sent you an email. I may let you know if you received it. I can't look right now, but I'll when I get off here, I will. Who said something about Sesame Street, Chewy? You passed the Sesame Street question. Remember Corey's. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. So anyway, where was I? I digress. I got Diva Step Kid got her paper today, school out of high school. Hey, Mark. What's up, Big Easy? Oh my gosh, she's out of high school. She graduated. Good job. Where's she going? Tell her I said congratulations, Mark. I love rock piles. I picked up some cool rocks from a yard sale. Yeah, I do too. I whenever I go there, I just get carried away. And these are the beautiful Mexican pebbles. And let me go get some. Let me show you guys what they look like. Stand by. Okay. So I told you guys this stream is called Show and Tell and stuff. So let me show you. Let me show you these. I think these are called Mexican River Pebbles. And I wanted you to really get the full effect of them. So I put some water on them. So this is what they look like when they get wet. Aren't they gorge? Oh my God. So I've got these. These are going to go in the new shrimp tank because I have about 70 pounds of them left. Oh my God. Like show and tell. Okay, Jesse, this is nice. Aren't these gorgeous, guys? These were 50 cents a pound. That's how I ended up with 84 pounds of rocks. Come to Western Canada, Monica Lynn. Yeah, Jesse. Aren't they beautiful? See, and they don't look as good when they're dry, but look at them wet. That's how that's gonna look in my aquarium. Anyway, so I got the rock, got the substrate, I got the flu ball, which Jesse helped me with that because people were like, "Do you rinse it?" Blah, blah. Thank you, Monica. Do you rinse it? Oh, she's going to Brown. Oh, awesome! That's a great university. Tell her I said congratulations. I might send her a little something. So I got the substrate, I got the rock, got the spider wood, some beautiful driftwood. And like I said, Jesse knows I never cared for spider wood before, but oh well. Things change. Got the plant, so I got a beautiful Pontic Eaton. Jesse, you're gonna love that too. I know. So me and Jesse are like best friends in my head, but we live like thousands of miles apart, but we have a lot of the same interests. So if you hear me keep mentioning, hey JN, if you keep mentioning, and I know I bug him to death because I send him direct messages that are like 3 paragraphs long. And I always have to think, okay, I try not to send them too early in the morning. But anyway, so I have all that. So new shrimp tank coming your way. I've got the sponge. I got 2 sponge filters. They are cycled. Which reminds me, I have some bad news. Let's keep it real. We keep it 100 here. I lost my rainbow fry, and I think it was my fault. So I was trying to give him the best. I was trying to give him the best life possible. I was bought the brine shrimp hatchery, as you guys saw the reviews for that. And if not, check it out. Check out the redo because at one point the music was overtaking my voice. But anyway, I did do the redo. So click on the redo. And so I think I fed him too much. And after I fed him, I thought about it and I was like, let me get this out of here. But I'm not sure I got all of them. And I think he overate. And he was getting so big. And so RIP, Triumph, Swimming, SIP, Triumph. I feel horrible about it. I still have the little brandy snifter he was in and everything. But it's got sponge filters in it. And some random plants. I've got plants in all my tanks, like just hanging out, waiting for the big escape. So yeah, everything has fun. So my husband, bless his heart, he told me last week, he said, could you please stop expanding the Atlantis room or something like that? And I'm like, the Atlantis room? He was talking about the fish pantry. He calls it the Atlantis room. Now he sees that empty tank. Let me speak lower. He sees that empty, best friend in my head. He sees that empty 10-gallon in there, so he's probably getting real excited. I don't think he realizes there could be some shrimp in there. So anywho, thank you, Punchy. That's for candy, guys. Check out that link. Sorry, I know he was so cute and he was getting big. He had color and everything, and I just screwed up. But I was trying to give him the best life. I was trying to give him live brine shrimp, and I think I put too many in there. Okay, so somebody tell me, because you all know I'm not that familiar with live foods. There were these little worms, little squiggly worms in my brine shrimp batch. What are those things? Anybody know? Just let me know in the comments. But anyway, so yeah, so new shrimp tank coming. What else? Okay, so I told you about the scuds. So I had my 55 gallon was riddled with scuds. They were, I guess, I don't know if they traveled. Close that door, please. Okay, so we have a visitor. Close the door. What is it? Close the door.
Bye.
Bye. And so that tank was riddled with scuds. It came in on some moss or something. I don't know where they came from, but they just took over. Well, I did not realize how bad they were until I took the amicas out. I never really saw them. Amicas love them, obviously. And so I was just really bummed out because I'm like, these things have infested. I mean, it's like an infestation. Jesse calls them roaches. Anyway, I just think of Roach Motel. I don't know why that came to my mind. But anyway, so I had an infestation of scuds, which for some people will be a great thing, but they're hard to catch. You know, I used to feed them to my angels and my amicas, and you know, they were nice, but they were just a pain, and they didn't look good, and they seemed like they were bugging my fish. Okay, bye. That's the spirit animal. He's here too. Close the door and do not come back in here.
Have some popcorn.
That's your papa. Anyway, and so it was like, oh my God, my beautiful tank. And they ate my plants. And so apparently my 6 Corey, thank you, Pam, from Punchy Paints, have devoured them because now the population is, I mean, I might have saw one the other day when I was doing my water change. Speaking of water change, did I finish that? I think I did talk about putting new fish in a tank that has a fresh water change. I think that's really good. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay. Hello. Hello, No Salt BP. Y'all check her out. Are you trying to eat healthy and live right and be inspired? Please check out my girl, No Salt BP. She's also got some other really good health-related information on her channel, and I love her. You'll love her spirit. C23, hello. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Okay. And so, yeah, so the scud population is down to 0. So what that makes me think about is, do I go forward, which will be hard? I tell you what, I thought those Borneos were going to be hard to catch. They really weren't, but maybe because that was such a small tank. But so I was thinking about moving all those fish into the 60 and moving the amicas into the 55, but that was only because I wanted to get rid of the scuds. Well, now that the scud population has diminished, I'm thinking I'm still going to go on and go put the amicas in the new 60s. So let's see, Madfish Diva, if you really want to nip this in the bud, you can use a chemical called Dimilin. I do use it and it has no effect on it. I know, I've got that because I think I had talked to you about it. So yeah, but I was just trying to, I mean, I'm not totally against chemicals, but I was just trying to do it some other way. And you should see those Corys. They're little fatty waddies. They're little poochie poochies. They got little, yeah, so. Let me see. Make sure I'm not missing things. Thank you for adding me, guys, because you see I'm struggling. Okay. So the new tank will be going live on the 4th of July weekend. You know, we're off because the 4th falls on a Saturday. So I figured that would be the weekend that I go over and get that tank up and running. I wanted to just go in and get it. It needs to be cleaned out, and I should have cleaned it before I had it moved, but I'll just get me a dustpan and clean it out and just turn it into the plant vault for now. Ultimate fish keeping. See. Yeah, so anyway, so of course, like I said, guys, this is show and tell. And I have something amazing to show you. Now, I am very fortunate. People, I have people in the community that I consider friends that I've never met, but really are good to me. Jesse, like I said, is here. I mean, that I'm close to, that I talk to like every week. I mean, you guys are my friends too. I don't want to take that for granted. Please hit that like button. But anyway, but that we talk on a more personal, and I can't like talk about me and Jesse's friendship without talking about Big Easy. Because Big brought us all together. We all used to hang out in hangouts and online and on streams and stuff. And so, so I'm very fortunate. Well, not in that particular group, but just throughout my time here on YouTube, I've had some people who, we've worked on some projects, some really important projects together, and we've established a friendship. And so one of them is, and he's not here, but I'll tell him about it later, is Bob Caylor of Caylor's Aquatics. So Bob was in a fish store, and doggone it, I don't know what I did with the daggone stickers. I don't think it's on here. Oh, okay. Ugh. I don't have the stickers. Dang it, dang it, dang it. But anyway, I'll post it in the description later. So Bob was in a fish store, and I had seen him in that fish store prior to, and he was talking about this rock called Snowflake Rock. People. And Bob said in his video, God, I can't think of the name of that doggone. I can't think of the name of that doggone store. I feel horrible. But anyway, and I think I peeled it off the box. God, what I do? They sent me some stickers. I don't know what I did with them. I feel horrible. But anyway, guys, I don't know if you can see this because my chat's in the way. This beautiful piece of, I don't even know what to call it, molten, at least you can go home after work and just enjoy watching new shrimp. Congratulations. Thank you. Anyway, so this is the big piece. Thank you. This is the big one. And then I got this piece. And then I got this piece. Isn't that beautiful? It's called Snowflake Rock. And then I got this. Isn't that beautiful? So I don't know how I'm going to do it, what it's going to look like. I would think that would be the top. That would be like a peak. I don't know. We could lay it down like that. Can you guys see it? Lay it like that, like this, whatever. But Bob sent me this beautiful rock from, I'm mad now because I can't think of the fish store. Like I said, it'll be in the description later. And packed it up, put it in bubble wrap and everything, and shipped it to me. So thank you, Bob. Matthew Steve, the sculpture of the big piece absolutely looks like Snowy Owl on. Really? Oh my God. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my God. That's a nice piece, Diva. I like it. Thank you. Wait a minute. Did somebody else say something up here? Oh, thank you. So yeah, so this is from my friend Caylor's Aquatics, who sent me this and wrapped this up and had this shipped to me. I really appreciate it because I saw this rock when he was doing the fish room tour, the fish store tour, and I just fell in love with it because y'all know I like a good piece of rock. I don't know if that sounds right. That wouldn't sound right. Somebody would try to dig me on that. Absolutely loves culture. Those are beautiful pieces you got there. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Woo, and heavy. Woo, Lord. I think all of this all together weighed 15 pounds. Yeah, so yep. So that's part of the show and tell. Isn't it gorgeous? So I really appreciate that. You know, that took a lot of effort for somebody to purchase something for you and then ship it, and rocks and all kinds of stuff. So thank you, Bob Caylor, for doing that for me. I appreciate you for that. Anyway, so yeah, so I've got this beautiful rock that I'm going to maybe put in the 60. I don't know yet. I'm thinking this rock may look good with just a white sand or something. Thank you, no salt. Yeah, so I'm thinking that maybe I should get like a 40 breeder or something. It's going to make me have to get another tank because that other tank, I really wanted to do like a big piece of driftwood like in the middle and do like a deep bed substrate for the amicas. So I might have to get another tank to put that in because I can imagine that with a white sand. Can you imagine that? What that would look like and just have it all laid out or something. I mean, I think that would look amazing. And so, that's where we are. And I love that rock, I'm telling you. So I've got that. I've got a ton of, so many plants, guys. I've got huge anubias that are ordered. I'd have to break out all the invoices, but I've got a ton of stuff. I've got some whatever that I've got that's in my last video. I've got like 4 pieces of that I got from a tissue culture. And so I'm trying to decide what tank I want that to go in. I think it might end up in the shrimp tank. But because I have so much, I might split it up. I want to see your tanks. Do you have time to show us? They're not here. So I have a condo and a home. This is the condo. That's why I only have a shrimp pantry because this place is not that big. And then I have a house that I own that my son rents out, and that's where all my tanks are. But once I get everything in the fish room, I'll probably be filming there more. But Monica, all my tanks are on. I'm in my catalog. I've got pea puffers, angels, a rainbow tank, my Hillstream tank, I've got even the pantry tanks with the shrimp and everything. So they're all in my videos. Sorry, I can't take you around to see them. I wish I could. But like I said, once I get everything in the same place, because they're spread out all over the house over there. And so, and it's not that far from here. So I go over there like every day, every other day, make sure I feed my fish. And so, yeah, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I wish I could. Oh my God. I love to because I love them. I want to see your tanks. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Monica, definitely check them out. Like I said, I've done videos on all of my tanks. I've got a great variety, some tropical, some subtropical. I like kind of, for lack of a better term, oddball fish. I have Cares fish, which are my Mica splendens that are live bearers. They're the one getting the brand new tank. Of course, my hill streams, Borneo, Panda, Gara, peppercorey, got angelfish, two pea puffer tanks. I've got juvenile pea puffers and adult pea puffers. I've got a trio. Well, in my pea puffer tank, I have a male and 3 females because I hope to one day breed them, maybe when I retire or maybe not. Maybe prior to that, I don't know. I'm still reading. Jesse sent me, here I go talking about Jesse again, my best friend in my head. Jesse sent me some information on it from a breeder, which is really good, but it takes time. And it's so ironic because this probably would have been a good time to do it because I'm home every day. Because when you're breeding fish, you gotta be, especially when you have fry. Most people who have fry feed them several times a day. Now I'm going to get sad about Triumph again, but if you're working a full-time job, it's very hard to feed your fish 3 times a day unless you live close to home and you can go home at lunch. So this would have been a good time for that. But anyway, I was working on other projects. So yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking with it. But anyway, so I'm super excited to get the new tanks set up. Diva the Pea Puffers breeder in India just checked up on mine today, asking if I bred them yet. Had to let him down with a no. Yeah, well, hey, keep trying, Jesse. If anybody can do it, you can. I mean, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem that complicated. It's just time consuming, and finding the time. So if you're breeding fish, especially those type of fish, I know, was it Mark's Aquatics bred them? I don't know if he successfully raised them to juveniles or whatever, but I know he did a series on it. So, I mean, that takes a lot of work, but hopefully I can retire in the next year or so. I'm pretty close to it. I've been looking at my numbers where I can live comfortably. And then I will probably dive into some of that stuff because it's not for me. It's not about just keeping the fish. I want to get some angels too. And fish Steve, I like the big one. Danican Aquatics has. What kind of angelfish do you have? I will look for your videos. So I have koi angels, and then I have 3 white pearl scales. Well, they're gold pearl scales, but they're kind of white. I mean, so because they're pearl scales. Yeah. Yeah, I have some beautiful angels. I had an accidental spawn not too long ago that I didn't even see. They devoured them. Hey, angels, hey, Anthony, how you doing? It's okay. Thanks for coming. I need to put more effort. Yeah, if you're breeding, I mean, certain now my hill streams, I just put them in a tank and let them go. And next thing I know, I went from 7 to 28. They just bred very naturally, but some fish just take a little bit more, especially the fry. I think the spawning part doesn't appear to be as difficult, but a lot of fish predate on their fry. So you got to be on it. Once you have those fry, you got to be able to, protect them. Hey, Danikin, welcome. Hey, Griffin, welcome. So, that in itself, just keeping an eye out for the fry itself. Now, I told Jesse I could probably have 1,000 rainbows right now. Easily. Those fish are the most friskiest fish I've seen. They spawn every morning like clockwork. They just love to spawn. But I don't want to pull spawning mops and pluck eggs and like I said, just being able to feed them. Yeah. So, I would love to to breed fish because for me, like I was going to say, it's not about just keeping them. It's about, and I know that they have some kind of breeding bat points or something like that, right? I've never aspired for that, not yet. I've heard of it. I've never really looked into it. But definitely plucking eggs is so satisfying. Okay, Jesse. I know because somebody in a redfish, bluefish, I think stream, whose stream was, no, Dan's fish stream was telling me that I could just like shine a light on him and I'd be able to see him. And he was giving, I don't even remember what that gentleman's name. He was very kind, was giving me some real, so I could probably have tons of them. But one thing I could say so let me tell you about how I discovered those fry in the first place. It was totally accidental. So I had put a spawning mop, and you guys can check out the video, in that tank, specifically with the thought that, okay, I'm going to spawn this fish. Not thinking all the stuff that was involved, because sometimes we just do things, spare the moment. I just want to have some rainbow fish. They're so beautiful, So I put a spawning mop in there, and I tried one experience because I watched so many videos on what to do. So I thought, okay, so I got me a critter keeper, a bubble stone, and I made a spawning mop, and I took the spawning mop out, put in the critter keeper with the bubble stone. Okay. For whatever reason, I never did see any fry. Now, I put a catalpa leaf in there because it's supposed to be naturally. Some people say use methylene blue, whatever, but I never saw any fry. Well, I moved the gratuite out and put them in the 36-gallon boat front. 2 weeks later, I was just looking at the tank and I saw these two little things swimming around. Now that tank had scuds too, which made a very nice snack for my amicas last week when I emptied that tank out. But anyway, so I was just looking at the tank. Just looking because that's what I do. I go and I stare at my tanks. And I just see these two little things. I'm like, those aren't scuds. And I looked at them closer and I'm like, oh my God, they're fry. And then I go, oh my God, what am I going to put them in? So I knew that because I am a woman of a certain age, and anybody that grew up in the late 70s, maybe even late 60s, know that almost every household in the United States had at least one brandy snifter. Not a little one, but a big one. And those brandy snifters might have held anything from artificial fruit. They were seasonal, so they might have artificial fruit in them because everybody had a bowl of fruit. Artificial fruit in them one day, one season. Somebody might have put some for Christmas. You put some pine cones in there. For the summer, you might put some, I don't know, whatever. But everybody had a giant, and if you look at my video, you can see it's a giant brandy snifter. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And so I immediately got that out of the cabinet because we have one that was passed down through I think it was from my husband's. My mom probably had one too, but I think this is from my husband's family. Got it out, grabbed, there were two, and it always helps to have extra sponge filters laying around that are seated. Got the seated sponge filter out of the tank with the scuds, which irritated me. I tried to get as much, but they burrow into the scuds will burrow into your sponge filters. Just FYI. And so I was like, okay, let me see if I make sure I can get as many of these out. I just basically rinsed it like real rigorously in some tank water, hoping they would just come out, whatever. But there were still a couple in there. So I was in there with my handy dandy turkey baster, which if you don't, I've seen a couple of people do videos on this. Best if you keep nano tanks, go to the dollar store and get you a turkey baster. I use mine to clean my shrimp tank. Who is that? My horse face loaches are getting bigger. They are developing a dark line down their side. I'm not sure how big they get, but I love watching. Oh, you have those, Monica? You is it Ginger Graves or Zen Ginger? One of the gingers. And somebody did Bob get those? And somebody else got those. Did you get yours from Dan's Fish? I know Dan's Fish had them. I love them. I think they're super cool looking. But anyway, so everybody make sure you have you a turkey baster. So I used the turkey baster. So I had two little fry and that brandy sniffer with the cycled sponge filter. I was doing water changes on it every other day. I was feeding them. I had the first bites, which worked really well, by the way. Maybe I should do a review on that. But I wanted to give, so one of them died, which I believe in my heart of hearts. I think that the bigger scuds, because they can get pretty big, guys. I don't know. I can't prove this, but I think that they think that the fry might be, they're always trying to mate right there. That's why they multiply like roaches. And I don't know. In my head, my spidey senses tells me that one of the scuds might have grabbed that one of those fry because they're super tiny. I mean, they're teeny, teeny, teeny. Like Rachel O'Leary said, they look like an eyelash. They're super tiny. Madfish Diva, you were on the most awesome live streams I have ever seen. I have so much to learn from you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Small Fry. I appreciate it. Well, I've only been in keeping fish for 40 years, so I do, but I'm still learning, guys. Every day I learn something new. But thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. But anyway, so what was I? Oh, so the fry are super tiny. They're like little eyelashes. Well, the one, because I kept scooping out the scuds every time I'd see them, and they're smart too. They see you coming and they duck into the sponge. Oh God, I can't tell you. They're the bane of my existence. But anyway, so I was scooping them out because, like I said, I think when they're trying to mate, if they think that the fry are like other scuds and they mate and they grab onto them, they might kill them. I'm just saying that's just a theory. Just saying. So anyway, little Triumph lasted for he was almost a month old. And me, in my trying to make sure that he had high quality protein food so he would continue to grow, I think I put too many brine shrimp in that tank. And so he passed away. So sad. I buried him in my garden. I should have given him a little rock and put Triumph on it. Anyway, so yeah. But anyway, guys, my hour is about up. Usually Sir Prana lot streams after me. So if you decide to go over there, if he's streaming tonight, hashtag Diva sent me. I'm going to shut it down. Take me a little break. I might even have a cocktail. Matter of fact, I might even have a brandy. But anyway, thank you, everybody. Please, Maple Street. Hey, where's my Nessa Boo? I'm gonna ask you. You might as well just come in, Brandon. You might just come in and say, Nessa is Nessa. Just come in and say, hey, Diva, Nessa. I love you guys. I'm going to come up there. We're going to come, me, you, and Rob 93. We're all going to get together and we're going to sit around if we're invited, we're going to sit around your beautiful little ponds. I'm going to get to see my 6-foot tank that I'm going to get one day. Scuds might also eat fish eggs because I've seen eggs disappear in hatcheries. They got infected by scuds. You know what? I heard that too, Jesse. I heard that too. So, yeah. So, anyway, I don't have any in my 36 gallon, but there's so many fish in there. I know they're having caviar every day. She's shopping, and I did that. You just missed my content. Sorry, Brandon. Thanks for coming. Send Nessabu my love, and happy Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to all the fathers in the stream. Hope you have an amazing day, a nice dinner, some da-da-da-da-da. My husband wanted a meat thermometer for Father's Day, which I'm glad he told me, because once you get to a certain point, you guys, it's hard to shop for. Rob, this is your first Father's Day, Rob? Wait a minute, when's the baby a year old? Is this your first Father's Day, Rob? But anyway, happy Father's Day to all you fathers in the chat. Thank you, Rob. I really appreciate you guys coming and listening to me ramble for a whole hour and 2 minutes. God, it's been that long. Stay tuned. I'm doing my streams bi-weekly because let me just put this out there real quick. And I'm going to go because Sir Prana lot. Oh, I've still got 2 minutes. I have really been struggling with everything going on. I am an empath of sorts. I pick up on people's energy, be it they are in my physical space or not. I have really been struggling with everything, and we don't need to get into all what that is. You all know what I'm talking about, right? So please keep me in your thoughts. Send me white light and positive vibes. I would appreciate it. Keep me in your prayers. So I will be doing my streams bi-weekly because once I get here, I'm good, but I have to really, 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 really work up to getting to this point to be able to take out of my evening and come here. And I ask that you guys please send me positive vibes. I would really appreciate it. I wish you the best. I hope you're staying safe and healthy and in good spirits. Thank you for taking an hour out of your evening to come and hang out with me. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for all the great questions. Monica, definitely check out my catalog of videos. I've filmed all of my tanks. They're there somewhere, and I appreciate the watch time. If you have a little time, I'm still trying to get to my 4,000 watch hours. I decided a few months ago that I wanted to be monetized. So I've got my 1,000+ subscribers. If you just need something to do one day and you're bored, just, check it out. But anyway, as always, and I'm going to do my SLC kiss because if not, Jesse's going to remind me, keep it splashy, not trashy. Take care of yourself. Diva out.